So once you understand your parents, you can stop if it's a generational curse and make a change for you and your whole bloodline. And also too, because like oh man. I was just thinking, I don't even know what to say, but you know how they be like women with hey, this is just a quote. They be like women with daddy issues be like thoughts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a bad relationship with their dad. You know what I'm saying? So like I would say like I feel like the way your relationship is with your parents affects you on a subconscious level on how you move on a day-to-day basis and what type of actions you take as well. Because like, and a lot, like I said, and it could be on a subconscious level. You could be unconscious about these decisions and actions that you're taking. So you don't even know why you lashing out at this person or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So like you go back, you start understanding your parents. You be like, oh shit, okay, this is X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh God. Like, you be connecting the dots. You be putting stuff together. Literally. And honestly, as an observer, that's something that I did a lot as a kid. And my parents were surprised that I was able to point out so many tendencies or behaviors in both of them. They were like, how did you know that? I'm like, bro, like, come on. Like, I lived with y'all for 20 years. Like, come on. Yeah. So observing your parents gives you information. And if you're not aware of that information, you can't change it for your next generations. And I feel like it is our responsibility as people living in this very powerful time with a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy going on in this planet for us to be able to utilize that energy and correct ourselves so that those plagues, those toxins, that bad DNA is not getting passed down to our further generation. Like, why would I give them a deficit in life?
Yeah.
Why would I genuinely, willingly give them a deficit in life?
That's selfish.
That's selfish as fuck. Yeah. Why would you do that? But of course, you know, a lot of people don't know about generational curses. They don't think they're a real thing. They hear curses and they think of a witch that's trying to abracadabra. Yeah. Bro, that's not what it is.
Some Disney Channel shit.
You know what I'm saying? These are behaviors. Yeah. These are patterns and so deeply embedded in your DNA.
Epigenetics. Look it up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, hey man, avoid living someone else's life in your 20s. Avoid living someone else's life. Look, bro, your mom wants you to go to college. Your brother wants you to go to the army. Your best friend wants you to make a business. What the fuck do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? This is what will happen. You will go the route that your parents want you to go. You'll complete it. And then you'll say, damn, I could have been doing this. And that dynamic right now, that thought right there will breed resentment. You will begin to say, why did I go here? I should have went here. They told me to go here. I'm blaming it on them now. Now that's building up more resentment. Living for other people, living other people's lives builds up resentment because now you're not doing what you felt that you should be doing. The thing that you would have found fulfillment in. And you know what those things are. But
yeah. You can keep going.
Yeah, living someone else's life is basically taking everything that they say and doing it. Because before you enter adulthood, you are listening to your parents, right? So you have a habit of listening to your parents. And most parents, especially black parents that grew up in hoodish neighborhoods, definitely kept their children close. I'm telling you what to do, you follow it. We're not really thinking for ourselves that much.
No.
So you need to break out of the habit of listening to direction. And it's not to say that you begin being unable to follow direction, but you need to get out of the habit of following direction. Because if you're following direction, most of the time it's not going to be your direction. And we all have a proprietary direction that we can all get from the higher intelligence. We can all access our specific paths, our destinies. We can figure out exactly what they are. And once you do that and you stop living for other people or living other people's lives that they want you to live for them, then you'll be a lot happier. One situation that I can give is leaving college. Me leaving college was me beginning not to live someone else's life for me. And at that moment, I felt like I took my life back. I was now in the driver's seat of my life. That is because I began to listen to my own direction. I began to move forward in the way that David should move forward and not the way that the world says David should move forward. And that's a very powerful shift that you should have in your 20s.
No, that may be the most powerful one, to be honest. And I was gonna ask you, like, I already have some ideas, but for you to share for the people, if somebody's about to enter their 20s or they're already in their 20s, how can they gain the knowledge to actually know what they want to do with their life if they constantly have all this noise in their ears and eyes?
And it's hard. It's a lot of distractions. It's a lot of people telling you to do stuff. But I would say the biggest one is really honing in on that higher intelligence, because it leads to better intuition. And I'm not saying that intuition is the end all be all, but sometimes when you have that feeling, you should probably listen to it. And most times if you're living in someone else's life for you, you have that feeling. You're like, oh, there's more for me. I should be in a different situation. Things like this is that feeling that I'm talking about. And so what I would say is tap into that higher intelligence and really relay different paths and figure out in a theoretical view first what way you will want to go, but also trying things. For me, I had something else other than all of these other routes. I had a business at 12 years old that I still have to this day. So that's the thing that I did instead. I said, I want to do business. So you or the viewers, they may just have to figure out or try things. But also that higher intelligence is really going to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because you may get in front of this opportunity and say, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for me. While you get into this other opportunity and you think, oh, this opportunity is not suitable for me. Just you being able to make that distinction added with the higher intelligence, I think you'll come to a great conclusion.
Yeah, I would start off by saying, I think it's like a verse in the Bible. It's like, be still and know that I am God. So I feel like the first part is stillness, to literally take a step back. Yeah. It's like, I look at life kind of as chess. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly making moves, bro, you're not strategizing, whatever.
Strategizing.
You're not strategizing.
But they're going to say we illiterate.
Oh God, dude. Hey, fuck it. You feel me? Yeah. But yeah, you're not strategizing if you constantly in that fire, bro. Like the art of war is like preparation. You know what I'm saying? Just like chess, like I said. So like sometimes you got to take a step back, bro. If you need to go on the detox from social media, delete that shit for a little minute. Turn off your TV. You know what I'm saying? And just sit with yourself. I always say that. And that's when God is going to speak to you and you're going to really hear your inner voice. Your higher self your intuition is going to start speaking to you.
Literally. And it's going to get louder and louder and louder, the better connection that you have to it.
Yeah.
You are going to be able to see things more clearly. You are going to be able to better make the distinction between your thoughts, the higher intelligence thoughts, and the in-between. You'll be able to do that. But in finding your path in life, and the thing is, there is another point I would like to make with it is that, you know, hey, bro, you might have to literally fuck up your whole entire 20s. Maybe that's what your destiny holds. And then when you turn 30 years old, you finally make your realization. Because what happened with a lot of these people that are in these older generations. They said, oh, at 23 I was doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah. And then you got right at 30. So it's not to say that you have to get it right now. I think for my life, I'm gonna try to get it right now. And I think that you should as well. But it's not realistic to think that everybody will. Some people will go, because guess what? You were doing something your entire life, and then once you turned 20, you started doing something completely different.
Yep.
Literally. And now you're not even 3 years into it.
Nah.
You get what I'm saying? So you're not always going to place yourself on the set path you will be on, but on that path that you were on, I'm sure took the tools, took the things that you got from that other activity.
Oh yeah.
Like you were equipped with something. So it's maybe your destiny is a buildup. Maybe your destiny isn't a come out the gate blurring and going crazy.
Yeah. And that also gets me to a point which I wanted to speak on, was like instant gratification and delayed gratification. We live in a microwavable society where we always want instant results because we on social media seeing highlights and shit. So it's like you constantly see these highlights on social media. So then when you try to apply it to your own life and it's not going as quick as you want to, you like, man, fuck that shit, bro. But like, really, bro, whatever is, you don't want nothing to come easy in life. I had to learn that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And that can come with relationships or whatever. You don't want anything to come easy because you can get easy results back. You reap what you sow. So delay your gratification for sure. And like I said, like you got to really understand that you have more of your life ahead of you than behind you. I feel like once you really understand that concept, it's going to allow you to delay your gratification even more. Because
stop rushing.
Exactly. Because you're like, damn, like, what am I rushing for? I got so many more years and days ahead of me. But at the same time, that don't mean bullshit.
Yeah. That don't mean slow down.
Yeah.
But it means to calculate for the long term rather than just the short term.
Yeah.
You know, think that you'll be here forever, even though, you know, realistically you might not be, but plan for it.
Yeah. So just delay your gratification for sure. I feel like that's a big one, bro.
Yeah. The delayed gratification, a great way of that is fitness.
Yeah.
When you work on your body one day, and we actually mentioned this on another episode, is that you will see the results of that in the future. You will see the results of you working on your body today, probably in 3 months. You'll see the cultivation of all of that consistency if you have it. Mm-hmm.